Morning guys. Well, I guess I do sound much jollier than yesterday. I'm walking to town. There's not much left there, but just an update on yesterday. It destroyed me, honestly. It was 100 degrees, even though I was drinking plenty of water. And I was not lucky along the trail though. Troughs were full, tanks, caches, everything. But just that constant wind and the heat were just kicking my butt. And from the 25 and a bit miles that I planned in the morning, I ended up doing almost 29. Why, are you asking? Yeah, I'm asking myself too, but I'll tell you why. I got to the first spot that I wanted to stop, which was a place with solar pump, troughs, a tank, but that's also a cattle enclosement, and the cattle was back for the day, and together with it the very protective bull protecting the herd. And the moment he sensed me, he was out there just waiting, and I was literally just a few meters away from the enclosement, and he hopped out and stood there and just observed me, and I was like, I'm not gonna try my chances. So I had to go around and then decided to go another 1.5 miles to the next one. Guess what? Another bull in another herd, same enclosement, tank, pump, and the moment I got close, I could see the bull. He was just outside of the enclosement. He just stared at me. I was like, what do you want, huh? I was like, come on, seriously. So past that, and between the two there was like another small herd that was just like minding their own business there, but the trail passes by. Well, they were right next to the trail, so I had to say hi to them too, even though they were less you know, nosy and let's say protective, or not ready to attack, put it that way. So yeah, that pushed me to almost 29 miles, and I made it to the water cache, which is just before Lordsburg, the last one before Lordsburg. 7 miles to town from where I camped last night. And I'll tell you what, I was destroyed. I was actually shattered. My knee was hurting, my hip was hurting, but no doubt, I mean, that's close to 30-mile day on my third day on the trail. Like, come on, seriously? Thanks to the bulls, the heat, the wind, just a sum up of all that happened yesterday. So if we look back there, you'll see that little hump. Well, from that distance looks little. That's Pyramid Peak. So just at the back of it was the first camp, and then a little bit further down the second. Well, I had to pass them all, but once I saw that second one, and I was like, come on, bull again. So I looked at the maps, and I was like, and I looked, oh, the water cache is like a mile ahead. I was like, well, I've done that much already, so let's just give it one final push to the water cache box and I'll be fine. And yes, I was fine, but I was like, the moment I stopped, my whole body just seized. I'm feeling much better today, so it's actually fascinating how fast a human body can recover from such exhaustion. And well, going to town today, but it's just a pit stop, so I'm not gonna spending too much time there, just doing some catch up with family and friends, let them know I'm alive, and I'll keep going. I doubt I'm gonna do 25 today. I'll most probably aim for a small number, but somewhere between 20 and 25. Let's see how it goes. See you in town.
Hey, morning guys, Moonshine here. Just an update though. It's day 5. I got to Lordsburg yesterday, in and out, did my chores and everything. That doesn't include shower and laundry. Just the usual bits, resupply, chill out for a bit, caught up with some family and friends. Did some of my book stuff, get it all ready for the readers, and well, guess what? I got my tent poles. Well, it's a single tent pole, but I slept in my tent last night and it made a big difference. It made a massive difference actually, because I remember cowboy camping the last 3 nights on trail, and it was pretty chilly. The temperatures were going down to like 35-6 Fahrenheit, and last night I measured in my tent something around 50 degree. So definitely a big difference. Definitely a big difference having my tent. And well, past the 100-mile marker last night. It's actually just somewhere back there, about 0.1 of a mile, and just gonna get some water from the windmill right there. I'm gonna keep trucking. I guess no more water caches from now on, so totally reliant on New Mexico water sources and whatever it's out there. So see you on trail, guys. Yo guys, Moonshine here. I finally managed to get some well-defined trail. If you look back, well, if I allow you to look back, but just back there, you can see it, you can hike on it. So it's just a nice single line trail. I don't have to squint my eyes for the next signpost up ahead. And just follow the trail, cruising down on it. That's the good part, but I guess the sun and the wind have been trying to get me with this hay fever. So I've been sneezing like crazy, my nose was runny, and I've been struggling to catch my breath a little bit. Nothing too serious. I'm familiar with that trouble out here in the outdoors, so I was prepared for it. So I took one Zyrtec. It's an allergy pill, so I'm still waiting for that to kick in, but I guess it will be there shortly. I just met a lovely couple doing a section hiking. They were quite impressed to hear that I'm from Bulgaria, because supposedly their son has traveled a lot of Eastern Europe, and he loves it compared to Western Europe. So Eastern Europe! And had a nice good chat, exchanged some water updates on what's up ahead, what should I expect, prepare, and etc. Nothing really new under the sun, just the same information I already got about the water sources being not as reliable or tasty, but at least they're there. So I'm not gonna die of dehydration. I might die of hay fever. It's been a good change of scenery. Quite a lot of trees taller than me. I don't know if anything lower than me is classified as tree, more like a bush. But I'm heading towards Burro Mountains, Burro Peak. Just on the other side of Burro Peak, it's my goal for today. 22 and a bit miles. Taking it a little bit easier than the previous days because last night was lovely in my tent, nice and warm, but a bit horrendous pain wise. My knee was giving me a hard time, my hip, just pain and aches every time I roll over. I think only laying on my back was kind of like a way to avoid any pressure on those parts of my body that have been pushed to their limits, I guess, in those first 100 miles. And the flat terrain really helped with all that. Just working out one muscle group for such a long time and in such a short period has really played its part. So I've been hiking with the same pace today, but every hour I'll stop, I'll take a 10 minutes break, have something to eat, drink some water, rest, and then get going. So I'll play it like that in the next 2 days until Silver City. I'll see how it goes, and I'll take it from there, because there's a quite good challenge waiting for me past Silver City. You'll see about that when I get there. He likes it. Look at his eyes. Hey, little buddy. Look at him. That's a bearded dragon. Hey, morning guys, moonshine here. So amazing change of scenery though. Since I got on the other side of Burro Mountain, Burro Peak, Jack's Peak were part of those before I jumped over, and now I'm hiking the section between Burro Mountains and Silver City. It's an amazing change of scenery, absolutely stunning. Pine trees, trees in general, much cooler but not colder, like down in the desert. And well, nevertheless we're quite high up, elevation wise is like about 6,000 feet. I might be dropping now already as I'm hiking, but up at Burro Peak was
I think just over 8,000 feet. So it absolutely makes sense for the change of scenery, and I'm loving it, honestly. It's been great, and the plans yesterday changed a little bit, so again so from the initially planned camp at second water source after Burro Peak, which was called Muddy Puddles or something like that, I realized that the junction to Burro Mountain Homestead and RV Park, it's not too far away up ahead on the trail. So it's like, hey, you know, it's like just around 6 o'clock. So I decided to head there, and well, it was worth it. It was definitely worth it. I had great welcoming from the late host Dave, because the office hours only until 2 p.m. during the winter season and 4 p.m. in the summer season. So he introduced me to what's what and where it is and etc. They have showers, camping. In the little office and store there's little like treats and snacks that you can purchase, and I definitely recommend you doing that, just to support our community and their hiker friendly attitude. So I spent the night there. I met another hiker from Germany. His name was Sean, and he's only doing a section, so as much as he can in 3 weeks for the time that he has off work. Lucky I stumbled upon him, because he made me aware of a hiker hostel in Silver City that I didn't know about. It's not listed in Guthook. It's called Triple Crown Hostel, and supposedly they offer a $25 rate, which is, you know, very rare along the CDT. Most of the times people have to stay at hotels, motels, and the prices there slightly higher and above the average hiker budget. So I'm gonna head there tomorrow. I'll try to get as close as possible to Silver City tonight and leave only the, I guess it was 13 miles of highway road walk to town, so I can rest up the whole day. I was in pain again last night. My feet, my legs have been giving me really hard time, and I guess it's just from pushing it too much. So I'm gonna, you know, take a Nero out there. I suppose, yeah, if I'm gonna stop like after the first 13 miles of the day, and rest up, give my feet a little bit of rest, and then I'm gonna head out from there on a very long stretch with the surprise I told you about a little bit earlier. So see you out there. Just figure out that I'm actually pretty good for a cowboy. I just got my own herd here, and I think I'm doing a pretty good job. Just right there. Keep chasing them. Yeah! Morning guys, Moonshine P here. It's my first official road walk, as you can see and hear. I'm on the way to Silver City. Feeling quite good though. Yesterday was again a 25 miler. Why am I doing that to myself still? I don't know. I guess I just decided to go as much as I can at that time, or I plan on doing something and then I get to different more coming, I guess. And then I get to a different decision, trying to find camping last night just after Black Hole Canyon water source. Was like too open, private property, another car. So, well, I finally found like a little hidden gem on the slope, just kind of close to the road walk, those 13 miles before I started them this morning. But I guess taking some Nurofen has helped with the inflamed tendons. So feeling better though. Less pain last night when I slept, so I guess I slept better. And good sleep is important. I can't tell you much more than that, but it's very good to get enough sleep while hiking, so you can hike good miles the next day, and of course enjoy yourself and not feel miserable. So it's like 7 miles in on that road walk to Silver City, and even though I'm not a fan at all of road walks, that's like asphalt, your knees get like hurt, your ankles worn out. I mean, it's not pleasant for your body at all. And having that, you know, high-speed traffic ahead of you, behind you. So, no, that's not the good part. But what happened to me in the last 7 miles was, I don't know if it's the people of New Mexico or just because we're near Silver City and those people are familiar with the Continental Divide Trail. I had 3, if not 4 people stop by or slow down and ask if I need a ride down, which of course I politely had to turn down. And that's what a hitchhiker would love, somebody to stop and offer them, but I'm not a hitchhiker at the moment, I'm just a hiker. So I had to say no and keep going. But it's a very nice feeling, very nice to know that there are good people around here. They care for us, and they're genuinely concerned and want to help. The one other thing was that I met a cyclist who lived in Silver City, an elder gentleman, and he actually offered me to stay at his place tonight. So I haven't met him on my own that, but I'll just see how the day goes. I have some few things to do, like postage, resupply and stuff. And he's gonna come back on his bike, so I might, you know, like talk to him again and just figure out a plan of how we do that. So road walks are not too bad. I mean, not overall bad, but just a little bit. Oh, Silver City, 10 miles away. Woohoo! Up ahead. So, well, I'm looking forward to some downtime. I'm still taking that rest, allow my feet to recover and reduce that inflammation in the tendons and joints. So, looking forward to it. Keep you posted and enjoy the highway.